Brian Molondo.
If you heard this song a couple of years ago, all right, let's go.
Here is the phone. That was the bass. Back to the mic, to the phone, and don't waste time on the mic. Remember that?
All right, let me take it down. Take it down. These radios of long ago. Okay.
That's called shock therapy.
It has,
if it feels like, give that a shock and
you slap it and it stops. Elvis, good morning.
Good morning.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Dude, you're aging so beautifully.
I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you.
You have been on radio 20 years.
Close to 20 years. Like, it's close. 20 years, yes.
Dude, it's 20
I stopped
years.
counting. With things of age and time, at some stage you stop counting.
Wow. I must say it's a pleasure meeting you in person. I've done radio for like, 3-4 years and...
that was me in 1997.
Wow. That's when you started radio.
That's when I'd done radio 3 or so years.
Dude. Okay, let me stop talking about my experience. Elvis, you have been literally... I think you've done every radio show.
Close.
Throughout your career.
Yeah. I've done country, I've done gospel, I've done tedious classical. I mean, you play a song for 20 minutes and just waiting for it to end. So yeah, I've done just about everything.
When did this start? Back in the day when FM radio was...
Yeah, when FM radio had just started. I'm a child of nepotism. I totally have no problem with nepotism. When radio had just started, I was connected via family to the Katos. And this is a story I tell all the time. I went and did an interview on that day with Christine Moadri. There's some details I'll skip on that because she'll kill me. But anyways, long story short, I was given a script to read. I read. I was at the university at the time, actually, I think my second year.
Right.
Second year, I think, yeah. And I just read because, to read. But that's not how you do it on radio. You should know. You have to dramatize and everything.
Yeah.
So Kristen did that, and she got the job. I did not. But thanks to nepotism, one phone call later, I was on the show. And I think that's about the time Alex was leaving Sanyu, so there was...
So you filled the gap at Sanyu FM?
Yeah.
And what show did you do then?
My very first show was a Saturday morning. I just walked in and they said, you're supposed to be on the air in about an hour, like you guys. Luckily, I had a disco background, so equipment was not such a major issue. I mean, faders are faders, mic on, off.
Yeah.
So I just went on there and did my show without any prior training or anything. And
how long were you at Sanyu?
I was at Sanyu for 2 years. We were on till 96, June, thereabouts, I don't remember, May, June. We quit, and then we were fired 2 weeks later. So, I mean, depending on what side of the story you get it.
You get first.
We quit, and then we were fired. I don't know if it makes sense. With all due respect.
At Sanyu, you were fired, then you quit.
No, we quit first.
Depending on who talks to you first.
Well, yes.
You
but
left
anyways,
the station.
Then I went off radio for a while until then. That's about the time I got my bike accident and everything.
Yeah.
So it was like a speed hump, like just slow down, dude. I mean, I was 21, 22 years at the time.
Living the life,
big motorbike and everything. So I took a break for about a year, and then when Radio 1 opened, I joined.
And you've been at Radio 1
for 17 years. Can you believe that?
Wow, loyalty.
I think, I don't know.
What makes you, Alex, the likes of Roger, you seem to be at these places for long times, and young presenters can't even sustain 1 or 2, 3 years at a particular station and just build it for all that time.
I was thinking about it last night. It's either one of two things. Either we're not ambitious and we don't want to fly higher, or we're doing something right, because even if we didn't want to fly higher but we're doing it wrong, we'll be kicked out somewhere or other. I mean, no one will keep you there if you're not doing something right. So the fact that we've been there that long, I think that means we're doing something right.
What was radio like in the past? We've just played this song and you were like, in fact, the first thing you do, whoa! and that's the music.
Radio was more fun. I'll tell you this, like, I know this sounds a bit wrong was saying, like, now it's gone to another level. But radio, when there was just Sanyu and Capital, was just fun. There was no format. Well, Capital had a format. Top 40, and they're playing the same songs over and over, and everybody up to now, people say, no, Top 40 is a format where you just have these 40 songs that are hot, and you play them over and over. And back then, people did not know formats and stuff, so they made fun of Capital. They still do. They say they play the same song over and over.
Yeah.
But see, that's a format. There's radio stations that do that.
That's how they built their brand.
And there's people who appreciate that, who don't want to venture out musically. And then you had your son, you're playing middle of the road, would play your adult contemporary, which is your Michael Bolton and stuff, playing your urban, which is Brian McKnight and
Backstreet Boys.
Playing your Backstreet Boys. So we played what sounded good. And then your African, you just win anything. And then all these stations come up, and now you have to have Radio 1 playing your memories. So you can't play Nicki Minaj. I love Nicki Minaj, but I can't play Nicki Minaj. I can't play German Juice.
You like,
but
like Anaconda.
I like Anaconda. So yeah, with formats, you got more streamlined. But you see, from the presenter point of view, you don't have that freedom, that dexterity, your stuff.
Yeah.
But at least you're focused to something, and you stick in there, because there's people who don't want Anaconda, and they know if I listen to Radio 1, I won't find Anaconda.
I won't find it, and I'll be secure that
I'll listen to nice family programming, nothing lewd, nothing scandalous. There's people who want that. Then there's people who want a bit of the risque, thing, so they listen to certain morning shows, which I shall not mention. Then, there's the top 40 people who will listen to that, the Luganda people.
Yeah.
One thing people don't even realize, and I was talking to someone again about it the other day, you speak Luganda, probably. You probably don't listen to a lot of Luganda programming. So you think all the Luganda stations are the same.
Yeah.
But do you know there's a big difference between Kabozi programming, Simba programming, CBS programming. So that someone listens for 10 minutes, and even if they don't know what station is, they can know that cannot be Kabozi.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's got to that level. So now radio is more structured, and for me that's boring.
That's boring.
When I was at Sanyu back in the day starting, I was on the Love Show, called it The Quiet Storm. And my friend Bob Bashavi, rest in peace, was at Capital. So we used to call each other, and okay, the bosses didn't know that. I said, what are the next 5 songs you're going to play? And we'd play the same exact 5 songs, just to screw with people's minds.
Wow.
It's only the 2 of us that knew that. You can't do that now.
Yeah, you definitely be in hot soap. What are radio presenters like, young radio presenters like us doing wrong and making radio so boring? It sounds the same. It's even sometimes, I've done some radio shows where I feel like, oh my gosh, I can't be a listener, yet I'm the one presenting the show. What are we doing wrong that can make radio what it's supposed to be?
That's a bit of a tough one. But I think radio presenters in this age are growing up at a time when the whole celebrity thing is an issue. When we were growing up, there was no celebrity. Actually, I think for some of the first celebrities, And for us then, celebrity was not an issue. And even our celebrity then was nothing compared. We didn't drive cars, we still used our taxis and stuff. And yet still, you'd walk into a place and
people would know.
Yeah. And there was very few of us who was like, I was at the university, like, he works on the radio. I remember I interviewed Kanda Bongo Man. My goodness, it was such a big deal. He interviewed Kanda Bongo Man.
Yeah.
So kids now have grown up at a time when celebrity is a big thing. They go to the radio stations to be celebrities. And rather than focus on their careers, they're focusing on being the bigger celebrities. And I think that's...
Than the radio station.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so luckily, I work with a station that does not build personalities. Again, it's formats. Some formats will hire, actors, actresses, musicians as presenters because they believe they come with their following. And it's just their format. I will not denigrate them in any way. But I work with a format that does not build personalities.
It builds the brand. The brand is still more important.
You're just part of the team.
Yeah.
You're just part of Radio 1. It's not who you are. And for instance, on my show, I'll mention my name once, twice. Because many of my listeners know there's this guy who is on in the evening. They don't even know his name. I had lunch with a young girl yesterday. She's hardly 25. And she did not know me. Like, I was using a pseudonym and stuff. Met her in a chat group and stuff. And when I was talking to her, she was like, I know that voice. But the name was not there because I don't say my name all the time. And that's the kind of format that I am in.
Yeah.
You do not mention names. So if you get lost in saying who you are, trying to build yourself and stuff,
You spoil it, you kill it.
Yeah, you kill it.
All right, Elvis, this interview is not yet over, but I'm going to play another song. So let me hook you up.
Can I make a selection? You probably wouldn't have it.
Yeah, you may ask for something. It may need me to remove the tape, then I rewind with a pen.
Yes.
So, but let me play something here. All right.
Oh, I remember this, guys.
Oh, all right. Let me just take that down. All right, Elvis from Radio 1. When is your show so that people can listen to this, that awesomeness? When do they tune in?
I do the Drive Time show. I've been doing Drive Time for ages, for dog years. It's on from 4 to 7 p.m., which is why I want to kill you. Right now, I'm in bed sleeping.
You'd be in the gym or something, or bed.
I wish I'd been.
And you know what? I appreciate that you've stopped by. Next time, I'll catch you in your studio doing your thing.
That would be perfect.
That would be awesome.
So I'm on 4 to 7, Monday to Friday. And then you can catch me on Sunday on the Good Times. That's very popular. 2 p.m. to 6 p.m.
All right.
Yeah, 4 hours of nice, great, laid-back music.
20 years of radio, and he's still rocking. Looks younger by the day, by the way. I love this. Don't change it.
Thank you.
And yes, we'll talk more. Even a Chitomedo a la carte stint, we all remember that.
Oh, you have to bring that
was
up.
Awesome. Yeah, I had to dig that up. All right, so we'll be talking to Elvis more and more as we make sure that all these mediums, all these different medias are given the respect that they deserve, so that we get the right people in these places. We have now rules from government too telling us to create content that builds population. So that's what we are looking at. And if you own one of these,
Boombox.
Boombox.
You know the one that I would really kill to get my hands on? The Sound Solo.
I think my mother has that.
Man, please, can I get it off her? Because
we'll auction it.
Seriously,
okay.
There's many people
I'll make
kill
sure
for
I
a Sound Solo.
And the same bullet telephone. I love that. So the rest of you, make sure you catch more of the RS Elvis. We're going to upload this on our YouTube channel, and you can watch more. But today, actually this whole year, Sound of Music is celebrating 50 years.
Oh. To a deer, a female deer,
yeah.
the reins on her head.
If you don't remember it, take a look at this.